A man inherited 47 acres of pristine Colorado forest from his grandfather, William Flint, who had bought it outright in 1971 for $8,200 cash and kept every receipt, tax payment, and survey map meticulously logged in old leather ledgers that still carried the faint scent of pipe tobacco and WD-40. The land was paid off, untouched for decades, and worth around $4. $2 million by the time it passed to Dakota Flint, a 47-year-old structural engineer, divorced, driving a beat-up 2008 Silverado that burned a quart of oil every month, raising 2 kids in college on long work weeks. He hadn't set foot on the property in 3 years, buried in life, but he paid the $6,400 annual property taxes every April without fail, always online with email receipts to prove it. When he finally drove up in August 2022 to scatter his grandfather's ashes, turning off Highway 36 onto the old fire road, his stomach dropped. The pine forest was gone. In its place stood Ridgeline Heights, a Whitmore luxury community of 96 Mediterranean-style stucco houses with fake balconies, HOA-mandated beige paint, paved roads, streetlights, pools, fresh landscaping, and families already moving in furniture. They'd paid around $485,000 each, with $16 million in pre-sales already banked. The carved stone entrance sign gleamed like nothing had ever been wrong. At the gatehouse, a security guard blocked him, residents only, and smirked when Dakota held up a phone photo of the deed. Before he could push back, a white Range Rover pulled up. Out stepped Cassandra Whitmore, mid-50s, Botox smooth, white linen outfit, Rolex flashing, the kind of person who'd never heard no from anyone who mattered. She scanned his work boots, Carhartt jacket, and calloused hands, mentally filing him under poor, and offered to take his number for construction labor. When he insisted he was the owner, William Flint's grandson, she pulled out her phone, scrolled with manicured nails, and declared their title company had run a forensic search. The land was abandoned for over 3 years, so under Colorado's adverse possession statute, see Ars. Section 38-41-101, it was legally theirs now. She threatened to call Sheriff Mitchell personally if he trespassed again. They were big donors to his equipment fund. Then snapped a photo of his license plate just in case he vandalized anything. "People like you don't win against people like us," she said, leaning close. He drove home shaking, spread Grandpa's documents across the kitchen table that night. The 1971 deed, 47 years of tax receipts, survey maps, and read the handwritten note tucked inside. "Don't let the bastards take what's yours." Instead of storming back or causing a scene, he did nothing at first. He let them finish every last detail. Framing swarming like ants, plumbers hauling PX coils, electricians snaking wire, landscapers planting trees, pools filling, paint drying. He drove past twice a week from the public road, time-stamped photos rolling on his phone, documenting it all quietly. Cassandra spotted him once and called the sheriff. Deputy Torres showed up, awkward, explaining it was a civil matter but warning him about her complaints. She sent certified letters threatening harassment suits, attached photos of his truck circled in red Sharpie. Her attorney offered a $15,000 nuisance settlement for a quitclaim deed, basically sign away rights for pocket change. Dakota hung up. He hired Lydia Chun, a formidable lawyer who'd crushed a railroad in a Wyoming adverse possession case. She reviewed his thick folder of receipts and tax proofs, then advised the counterintuitive strategy: let them finish. Stopping construction early would trigger bankruptcy, endless suits from good faith buyers, banks, insurers, legal chaos for years. But if he waited until 96 completed homes sat on his land, sold by fraud, the developers would face prison-level exposure for intentional misrepresentation. File for declaratory judgment after completion. Own the houses outright. Claim trespass, unjust enrichment, fraud, and force a massive settlement. "Surprise is worth more than gold," she said. "Don't post, don't contact, don't tell anyone but your kids." He scraped together $40,000, $50,000 in fees on credit cards, prayed, and kept quiet. Meanwhile, Cassandra escalated. false code enforcement complaints, piles of debris that didn't exist, anonymous tips, a vicious Facebook post in the Boulder County Community Watch Group, calling him a stalker, taking photos of children, hashtag, stop Dakota Flint, 800-plus shares, people doxing his truck plate. His boss put him on paid leave over optics. Spray paint appeared on his garage. Pervert. A PI harassed his son at work. An IRS audit notice arrived for no reason. Someone broke into his home, left a note on the kitchen table. Drop it or lose everything. His daughter cried over messages calling her dad a creep. Through it all, he documented, forwarded to Lydia, stayed off social media. Lydia Doug, Whitmore Development LLC, Delaware registered, red flag. Financed by Ridgeline Capital, Preston Whitmore's firm, pattern of settled fraud suits. They filed an adverse possession claim in March 2022, but skipped court judgment. Premeditated fraud. A whistleblower handed over Preston's February 2022 email. They knew taxes were paid, knew the claim wouldn't hold, but planned to build fast, sell, create chaos, maybe bankrupt and walk. Lydia filed in January 2023. In court, the smoking gun email surfaced. Judge Ramirez denied dismissal, issued a TRO halting sales, warned Cassandra against further harassment. Depositions cracked Preston. The title company flipped, admitting a $45,000 bribe. Channel 9 aired an expose, Patricia Hughes interviewing Dakota, aerial shots of the subdivision, permit donations to officials. Views exploded. Trial came fast. Lydia presented receipts, ledgers, witnesses, code enforcement on patterns, deputy on complaints. Preston stammered on the stand. Cassandra took the fifth. Judge Ramirez ruled swiftly. Full title to Dakota for dollars. $2 million plus damages, $73,000 attorney fees to Lydia, criminal referral to U.S. attorney. Preston faced federal fraud indictments. Cassandra took probation, restitution, lifetime development ban. Assets auctioned. Range Rover, Aspen home, jewelry. The 96 families panicked. Titles clouded, insurers balking. But Dakota called a town hall in the unfinished clubhouse. You bought in good faith, he told the packed room of teachers, nurses, families. I'm not here to punish you. He transferred the homes to a nonprofit Ridgeline Heights Community Trust. Owners keep at original price. No new mortgages/interest. Fund for maintenance, taxes, and a scholarship in William Flint's name. $10,000 per year for engineering, forestry, environmental students. He kept 5 acres of old-growth pines, built a simple cabin, moved in last October. Wakes to pine scent and coffee, deer grazing, kids visiting, even his ex stopping by once. A crayon drawing from Sarah Chen's daughter. Stick figure Mr. Dakota with a giant deed. Hangs on his fridge, held by a Colorado-shaped magnet. Grandpa's note was right. But what's his isn't just land. It's 96 families sleeping safely. A scholarship helping the next generation. Real justice that heals instead of destroys. As with these viral HOA revenge tales flooding YouTube and social media, this is a fictionalized narrative crafted for entertainment. Dramatic, satisfying, and almost certainly not based on any real Colorado case. No records match Dakota Flint, Ridgeline Heights, or this exact fraud on 47 acres/96 homes. It's cathartic fiction like so many little guy wins big stories online.